Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Woodpunk and the key was provided by developer. The first problem I have with this game is lack of resolution settings and window mode. I didn't find it, so I'm gonna show you the options for the start. We have some languages, there's actually a lot of them, supposedly 12, that's a lot. I'm gonna of course leave it on English. Slow down when comparing weapons, yeah, it's useful. Screen shake level, I don't use it, I guess. Graphics, yeah, that's the problem, right? You have some splash animation and stuff like that, but saturation, by the way, I don't know how it works, so I'm not gonna touch it. I need resolution here, resolution window mode, because otherwise it's very annoying to record. And generally, I prefer it when I can choose resolution, lower it if the game is too demanding, or record it and check the recording. Like I have to do it with Alt Tab now, so that's very annoying. Music, of course, off because I want to show you the game. It's on low, so I guess I'm gonna go even lower. I'm gonna actually go maybe one step. Let's see if this will be possible. So, what is the game? This is generally speaking a top-down shooter roguelite, and it's very similar to Enter the Gungeon, I would say. I played Enter the Gungeon a little bit, so that's the closest. Generally speaking, you are in a closed area and you have to fend off enemies and generally speaking kill them or defend point or kill a boss. I'm gonna show you the gameplay in a moment, but you kinda go well, left, right, top and down, and you have to avoid their bullets and do damage with your own bullets or with a melee weapon. So it's kind of top-down game. We could say it's just a shooter. We could say it's a sort of wave shooter where you defend against waves of enemies. To some extent, it's also like Binding of Isaac, just from the look of it. But it doesn't have that many items. It just has mostly weapons. That's why it's very similar to Gungeon. And aside from that, it has a melee weapon. Plus some modifiers. There's not many modifiers, actually just a suit you can use, and aside from that you have what you get, which is just a weapon. So maybe let's go to, well, not yet the game. I'm gonna go to my save, and I'm gonna go to just show you everything that's in here, roughly. Okay, so we have this base, most important parts. We can of course change the controller, but that's not important, I'm not gonna do it. We have suits to choose from, kinda like this. There is 15 suits and kinda change the gameplay, like those two. And some need to be unlocked by beating more worlds and beating bosses. I was able to unlock a couple of them, right? So I showed you a few, not all of them. I don't want to spoil everything. And I guess that's just something to click. I don't know if this has any use, probably not. There is supposedly some survival mode, but you need to beat the game for it, and I was unable because the game is generally too hard. Here you exit, I think this is the way you exit the game completely. And that's the controls, I think. Yeah, you can do it here, but the most important part is the tree. You have this big tree of powers and skills, and those are the roguelite element that stays with you when you do the run. Basically, you have those powers, and they will take part in your well, in your run. Basically, they will give you additional power, additional weapons to choose from, and more HP, so you'll be more likely to finish a run. But I found the game generally very hard, even with most of upgrades. I only lacked 2 upgrades at this point, and I still can't beat any other world than first one, and there's 4 of them. There's basically 4 worlds right now, and each ends with a boss. I think it's 6 levels per world, and then you're supposed to have survival mode, but I couldn't make it there. I'm not sure if I can show you the achievements here. No, I can't show you the achievements, but I can show you roughly how much I unlocked. So I lack those worlds, those 3 worlds, and then I would have to finish the game completely. So I lack the 4 important suits here, and then I don't have 3 other, right? So I was able to unlock 8 out of 15 suits and most upgrades in game. So I'm gonna show you the run, which will be probably bad, and that's supposedly the second one, I was able to finish the first world. So when I was grinding, I was able to beat the boss and finish the first world. You also have world 3, world 2, you have a tutorial, and world 4, right? So 4 worlds with 6 levels each. That's the game. It's very, very grindy. I was grinding it yesterday, like half of the night, just to be prepared for the review, and it was very grindy, like maybe 2 to 4,000 at best per run if it was a good run. There was like 1 or 2 upgrades, and I had to just grind and grind and grind, and I was able to grind most stuff, but still I'm too weak to finish. So I'm gonna just show you the second world. Probably it's too loud. This is what usually happens with the sound regulation. If it's not any percentage, just by set percentage, I guess it's by 5 or 10 percentage sound, usually it's too loud. Also, the game loads quite long. Overall, I do like it because it has a lot of content and it's quite well reactive to your, well, actions. It's quite fast, I would say, because it's pixel art, right? It's way too loud, I think, but I'm gonna leave the sound for one wave, maybe. Okay, so first thing you have to get out of here and see what weapon you have. Apparently you have something like a shotgun with arrows, so you can use that shotgun to hopefully win. I think we'll have to kill the sound in a moment because it's way too loud, even though it's on lowest. Right. You know what, I'm gonna kill the sound now because I want to comment. Let's see this lowest possible, it's way too loud. By the way, I don't know why they're attacking if I'm pausing. Yeah, this is the second world. We already have those guys with shields, which are too hard, sort of. You can kind of do this. I have more HP. Normally, I think you have 100, and then you can have one suit that gives you twice as much. So I could have 400 health, I think, at best, which might be the way to do it with the one certain suit, maybe. But generally speaking, you are almost always losing, if not on the 1 or 2 waves or 1 or 2 levels, then there is usually one ridiculous level with a lot of enemies or some stuff like exploding enemies that kill you in one shot. Maybe that's not one shot, but that's like 100 damage at least. So you're very likely to die unless it's first world, which is easier. This one's already hard. This is full upgrades, almost full upgrades, and I'm almost dead already. So this is how hard it is. Right, the weapon of course is crappy, the one that I got. It's just some slow shooting shotgun with arrows that don't even go through shields. So if you're looking for a challenging game, sure, it is challenging. It's hard, it's challenging, so you might like it. This is gonna probably shoot, yeah, it's full shotgun with freezing. We would have to defend this. By the way, we have only 25 HP. I think the guy with the... what happened? I don't know. I was blocked on something. Probably on the wall. I'm dead now. One shot and I'm dead. And they're destroying my point, which I should defend. Now I'm gonna use power, which is gonna do nothing. Yeah, kill some of them. At this point I don't even want to grind, because I only need 2 powers, so I would grind them anyway. This is almost full power you can have. And as you can see, it's just, yeah, just like that, you're dead. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more, maybe, just to show you. This is the typical attempt to progress, because yes, you can progress in first world. That's, even I can do it, even though I'm clumsy. But I couldn't get past that, really. I would have to basically play with one specific build and keep trying for hundreds of times, and that's just not gonna work. I would rather just give up, probably, at this point. It's just too hard for me, but I did like it. I did like it to that point. I liked the grind, I liked the upgrades, and well, the first world was at least playable in terms of difficulty. Everything else I just failed completely. I can make it like 3rd level, and there's 6 of them. I didn't even see any other boss in first one, so I just can't go further. But as you can see, it's very quick. You just move around, shoot your weapon, whatever the weapon is. At this point we have this flamethrower, sort of. Put stuff in fire. Oh, I'm dead right now. This hammer is very bad. You can one-shot them, but it has to be loaded for a long time. I already have half HP, right? This is first level. I'm dead. Kinda. If not now, then very quickly. Still wasting a lot of HP. It would be hard to heal because you don't heal. You only heal if you get med packs, which you might get or not. By the way, they disappear after some time. So you have to actually go past all those enemies and touch the med pack. Usually you lose more HP than you get from it. You get like 30, you can lose just as much. And you see there's one, but it's in between fire. Can kinda was able to do it. Kinda, but that's, I still need to heal 85%. Now I'm down to 95 again. Single shots do like 15 damage. You cannot really defend from them. You don't have any mitigation. You just take all the damage to the face, and they destroyed it, right? Okay, one more. I'm gonna wrap it up there. So yeah, gameplay is very solid, I would say. It's exactly what you would expect, and it runs fast. It kind of loads weirdly, but it runs well. It runs fast. I have a better weapon now, I think. 30 ammo. It loads very slowly, by the way. Okay, let's shoot them down. For no reason, really. Because I don't really need those upgrades. They're only gonna get my powers better, but powers need to be found in level. I would say that this game needs content, and it needs regulation of difficulty, maybe also multiplayer. I'm not sure if it has multiplayer. I don't have anyone to play, so I couldn't test it anyway, but it would be probably easier with multiplayer. Or just some difficulty setting, or some way to just grind towards your comfort zone. So some other additional way to make your character stronger. You do have suits and you do have upgrades, but that's not enough. That's just you're way too weak anyway. I would generally like in a game to have an option to grind to the comfort zone. So I would need to have something like additional modifiers that would be also a money sink that I could grind and grind but get better for future runs. Instead, I have to play with what I have, which is pretty much all the upgrades I could get, and they are not enough. They can even make the game harder because you now get a random weapon from all the weapons you unlocked. And yes, they are level 3. I'm not sure if they are all level 3, but they could be level 3. But you can get a weapon that just doesn't work for you, right? For instance, if you don't like flamethrower, then right now I'm done for, because I have the weapon I don't like, right? So this run is already botched because I have to play with something that's not effective. And if I had another weapon, I could maybe win this particular round, and then in next round I would have to well, get a lucky weapon again. You can also craft weapon, but you need to load this whole well, this bar here. Have to load it all the way, and then you can make a weapon, which is hard because sometimes you are just in the middle of enemies. It's not that easy to actually make one. Like I'm making weapon now, taking it. Now it has to be crafted. All the time have to avoid them with this bullet hell mechanic. And now I have another weapon, which is not necessarily even better. Like this one actually is better, but you can also have a worse weapon. Right. And again, we roll a new weapon, right? New level, new weapon. So if I get bad weapon now, the whole run is botched. You cannot have a build because all the upgrades are just what they are. They don't really follow any sort of skill tree. You just unlock everything eventually, which is not enough. I can poke them, but it won't help. Probably. Yeah. I could do it. I could poke like that, but they will hit me and take away all my health very quickly. Probably have to destroy those tombstones. This is one of those ridiculous levels, which are just way too hard, I would say. Yeah, I can switch to that weapon, but it's not helping. I don't even know what I have. I have this gun that hits one guy at a time. Eventually, you can then escape to the capsule, but you will already have lost tons and tons of HP. There is little chance to level up as well, because you would have to pick up the weapon you craft, and they would destroy you when you stop. So you would have to kinda aggro switch them, which you can't because you don't have any other guy here. You are alone. So now I have to grind them. Not grind them, kite them all the way to the capsule, right? Like this, and that's just third level. We're gonna get destroyed in next level anyway, right? But that's just something that's gonna drain your HP and basically kill you. 55, and we have to deal with another level. And this is only second world. There's third world and fourth world, even worse probably. I mean, this one is really ridiculous, but it gets worse. Now I have to kill those four structures like this one, with little chance to heal. Actually, no chance to heal. I can't do anything. I'm dead. Right, I have to avoid everything perfectly, of course. 2 shots, I'm dead. Can't even line up shots because there is a whole army following me. It really gets ridiculous at some point. Even with a good weapon, I probably couldn't do it. Yeah, how much I have? 53 seconds. I'm dead. Not yet. Not close. I could probably kite them, maybe. So I get some time every time I'm well, every time I am killing one, I get 30 seconds. So I could try to kite them. Maybe I could. Okay, I'm now loading. Make it even worse. Not sure if I killed it. I don't think so. I killed it. Yeah, so there is bad runs like this all the time, basically. You fail because you're not having a good weapon, you don't heal properly, you don't roll enough medkits, and then it's over, basically. I would have more HP if I played this one particular suit, but it's just one suit like that. Now they're all going to explode, so I have a chance for medkit, but no medkit, right? Nothing. I have to play another level with 15 health, which is basically one shot. And it's very frustrating, well, for me at least. I'm gonna stop here probably. Yeah, now again, we have to, this is actually a good weapon. It's an automatic freezing weapon. Very effective. Even loads fast. See, that's the difference. Now actually I have a weapon that works, right? If I could build it, if I could make a build and get like modifiers for it, that would make more sense. Or have a character that has like faster freezing or anything. It's complete luck. You get a better weapon, it's better. You don't, you die, and then you start over. And once you actually get all the upgrades, which I almost have, there is just no point to play, because if you have botched match, then you don't get anything. You just fail. You don't unlock anything. You have to go through all the 6 levels. You have to be lucky in every round. You have to get good weapons every time. Don't lose a lot of HP. And just very unlikely to happen. It's many repetitions. So many that would rather have full upgrades, and you will still be trying to beat the game even on second level. Definitely good if you want a hard game, because it is hard. I played some other games like that. I wouldn't say I'm very good, but I played some of them without many problems, like Dungeon Souls, for instance. And this one is just really hard, really hard. I'm trying to focus. It's actually not the worst level, because they kind of go to this well, to the device. Aside from that, we can kite them, just kill the guys near the device from time to time. If you have good weapons, you have some chance. Probably they will do a lot of damage to it. It will fail anyway, I guess. I don't think we can make it for 20 seconds. It's very broken already. Or at least we have some chance to do it. It's not horrible, I would say. I'm trying to jump away from them. Yeah, they're kind of trying to kill it. We might make it. If I survive, I'll just leave it because I can make it there anyway. They might explode, right? We have a chance. This explodes or they explode. Yeah, we made it. Again, barely. No medkit, of course no medkits, right? So we are in the same bad situation now. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, I know I could have used the other suit, but that's just 200 more HP. It doesn't regenerate. So you have more chance with that weapon. Oh, this is a ridiculously good weapon. Again, I'm lucky, right? Now I'm lucky. I wasn't before, now I am. This compared to the flamethrower is just, completely ridiculous. This is awesome weapon. The other was horrible. This is probably one of the best weapons in the game, actually. But even if I do it, it's just one word. Actually, it's worth 6. Is it worth 6? Jesus Christ. This is actually first time I'm seeing this guy. Probably I'm gonna be absolutely destroyed from the start. Yeah, just kill him. Can we kill him? I don't know, maybe we can kill him. Is he this weak? Really? No, he's gonna have phases. He must have phases. Oh my god, this is bad. I'm dead, yeah. It's just ridiculous. Alright, but at least we've seen the boss. So it gets like this, right? It gets very hard very quickly. And this was on full upgrades. I just didn't have this 200 HP. So I'm gonna stop here and sum up. Maybe we go back to, yeah, this is back to base. Maybe I can get an upgrade, just one upgrade for the sake of it. Where is it? You just hold it and it loads money into it. I mean, you have to have the money. You can just load some money at a time. You have to buy it. I almost have it, like almost. You know, I can actually make 200. You know what? Let's make 200 just to finish off with all upgrades. Let's just play one more for the road, country road. Yeah, let's make this one, third one. Yeah, I actually made it because I was very lucky with weapons. That's the only reason why. I'm not gonna make it to 200. See, they are very similar, but then it's a couple of different enemies every time. I would like this game to be kind of upgraded, I must say, because it needs more customization in terms of giving you some chances to have a build or grind to this point of well, comfort. You can always have more achievements and more difficulty modes, right? Or this survival mode if you want to make it hard. By the way, I'm stuck in the house. What happened? Yeah, I destroyed the house. I'm stuck. Yeah, this is a bug. Oh, this guy's holding me. This wasn't a bug. I just couldn't move for some reason. He was holding me with a hook. I have already 200. You know what? Let's fully do it because maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I will see the boss from here, the big snowman or whatever that is. Yeah, that's turret. That's what we can use with our guy. Mostly you just use the weapons. This is mostly what you do. You get a random weapon with some upgrades that you unlocked, and then you play with it. It's quite fast as well. 20 minutes and we did the full run. Actually, some bad ones in one full. So that's okay. I'm gonna show it to you fully because why not? If I die, I'm done completely. I'm just gonna buy the upgrade and be done with the game. But I had fun, you know. The whole grinding took like 10 hours or something. So it was a lot. I played multiple times. I had multiple runs. I died 100 times just for the achievement. Not that I was trying to die, I just died. And basically I was trying to see what this game has to offer on full upgrade path. Because I do like upgrades. I do like generally speaking progression games. I prefer if they are more in-depth in terms of making a proper build, not just unlocking everything, which is still good, but could be better. It could have like classes and skill trees. Instead it has one skill tree, which is still big, quite big. But most of it is just weapons. Some stuff is other stuff, but mostly it's weapons. Just all kinds of weapons, generally speaking. Parts of weapons, maybe. Because you can have chambers, you can have damage type, you can have other elements. It's still not dying. It's ridiculous. Now it died. Okay, let them explode. Now, I would like to have at least some medpacks from this, right? This many deaths, nothing. Or some regeneration build. Maybe there is one, but I didn't unlock it. I don't know. I was trying to look for some guides or wiki for this game, but it's not there yet. So I don't know what's there in the game. I won't see it because I'm too bad to actually beat it. What do I have? I have crappy. Yeah, that's the ridiculous level. Yeah, with exploding guys. I have 65 HP, so I'm dead in one shot. That's for sure. They do at least 80 damage. So you kind of stand there, try to kill guys, those guys who come and try to beat your base. You have to survive minute 20. By the way, they don't drop any medpacks at all. I would say this is ridiculous, just, you know, from my perspective. It's not like you can do anything. You just do this. You're a walking turret, which is trying to survive. One shot means death in this situation. You might maybe have more HP and survive one shot, maybe, if you're lucky. Or this is maybe even insta-kill. Yeah, I don't even know what killed me. Oh, they killed this. Right. So this is the difficulty level. This is third world. You're done for in like second or third level. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Just buy this for the sake of it. Also this weird bug that it doesn't give you achievement unless you play a game. When you build something, it doesn't count the achievement. You have to play a game for that. Right? Let's see if it gives me achievement. No. Okay, let's play story mode level 4. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna show you this bug. Probably there is a bug. I'm not sure there is achievement for all the upgrades, but probably there is one. Let's see if it happens. Let's just die, right? Just die quickly. Can I die quickly? Let's see how fast I can die really. If I just stand there, what happens? 20 damage. Yeah, they poke me for 20. Maybe it's 10 from each or something. It's like 20 damage every time. Let's die to those bullets. Maybe we're invulnerable for a moment after getting hit. Yeah, this is 20 damage. So 10 shots, normally it's 5 and you're dead. Probably it's just more damage because it's fourth world. It's possible. Right, so we are dead. Let's now see what happens with the achievement. Yeah, see now we got it. Max out and upgrade all the TO skills. Yeah, now I got the upgrade. Now I got the upgrade, but it didn't unlock anything. Yeah, this is all I have. I won't have more. Okay, guys. So this is Woodpunk. How many points I would give it? I would give it 7 out of 10 because it's above average. It runs well. It has a big tree of upgrades. Not the best ones because some of them are just more weapons. So it's kind of like unlocking guns in Enter the Gungeon. The thing is that guns in Enter the Gungeon, I think they are just there. You don't have to unlock them. You don't have to buy any upgrades. You just collect them. And there's more variety of them. Here you have to unlock all the guns to get all these options to basically create a gun, kind of like in Borderlands. But yeah, just like in Borderlands, you just get the gun. You can't really craft it like in Fallout. You just get some gun with specific chamber, specific ammo type, specific spread, and so on. And those guns, there's many, of course, versions of those guns because you can have every combination, but well, that's just what makes the gun. All those parts make some sort of gun and you have to play with it. Same goes for melee weapons, which don't even have upgrades. I mean, they have upgrades, but they don't have modifiers. A sword is just a sword. It doesn't have grip or anything like it, or a blade, or any effect like of toxin or anything. No, you just have a sword, or you have a two-handed sword, or you have a chain sword, but they don't have upgrades. Suits allow you to slightly modify. I'm gonna show you the one that is quite important. Health increase, like you are slower but you have twice the health. So this is probably maybe kinda easier with this. You have more margin of error, but of course with this damage, with this way of playing, you can still lose even twice as much of health, right? If you can quickly lose 200, you can just as well lose 400 if you are unlucky. I mean, if you have a bad gun, that's just you get destroyed anyway. So the difficulty level is high, I would say. The gameplay is very solid. The upgrades, I would say they're quite good. The skill tree is interesting, especially on first contact. Then you kind of realize it's not exactly as big as you would think. You just unlock everything and you still play this very similarly. You just have more HP and some boost to your powers, some boost to your dodging skill, and basically have all the guns in game, but it doesn't necessarily allow you to burn through the game. There is no difficulty setting, so it is what it is. If it's too hard for you, then you will be stuck just like me. You will never see survival mode, you will never see those other suits. You cannot buy them, you just have to be awesome, and I'm not. This is how good I am. I was able to beat first world and that's it. And it lacks resolution setting, that's for sure, but still I would say it's above average. For this type of games, the graphics are okay. I don't like pixel art, but in this case it's okay. It's at least it works fast and it displays enough information. Also you get information on the weapons and suits, so that's good. You get all the info you need. It's clearly saying how much HP you have, how much damage you take, so that's quite okay. And I would definitely add to the game, because this is very good direction. Just having suits and the tree is good, but I would like more. I would like to have some perks, some skill trees, some classes, and probably even bigger world, like 5 times bigger would be awesome, like 5 continents and 20 levels or 20 biomes. That would be awesome. For what it is, it's a very solid game for like 10 hours plus, because it will take you time to beat it and it will take you time to grind it, but then you will probably be done with it. I mean, if I would be able to just beat those 4 levels, then I would probably be done with it. Maybe I would play the survival mode a bit, but then it's the install, right? It's all the game has to offer. It's not little, but it's all you have. It's just those 4 very hard biomes, where you will most likely beat the first one and be very struggling with every other one, with the 3 other ones. Not sure about survival because I didn't play it. Probably it's just incoming waves, one after the other. So, well, I would be just as strong as I am, right? I would have exactly same suits to use, maybe some more from the other worlds, but I'm not sure they're stronger. Hard to say because I won't see them ever, probably. Uh, but overall, it was a positive experience. I would like to see this game improved and changed, maybe made easier, at least give it some achievements and the difficulty settings and more customization, because it is already good, but it could be better, right? More is better, in my opinion, especially if it comes to builds and just creating your character, accommodating to your playing style. It's always better if you have more stuff, like if you would have additional gear or different pets or maybe some passive power, some crit chance, something like that. The more the better overall. For instance, the Risk of Rain just had tons of items that could have different results if you stack them. So that was interesting, right? It was kind of similar. It was 2D, but not like top down. It was more like a jumper, a jumping platformer, but it had all those elements, all those stackable, interesting items that would create a build. Sometimes you could even choose them, so you could actually build a character the way you wanted. Same for Dungeon Souls, right? It had many items that as well could stack, many classes. It had perk tree that could allow you to be stronger overall, just overall be able to regenerate health and stuff like that, get more money passively, right? You could just grind it and get it. Here, if I play this guy with this one, he gives you more scrap, but aside from that, it's just weak, right? You only have 200 HP and you will probably botch every run because, well, you're just weaker. Yeah, you grind faster, but you have to use the suit and you can't use another, so you lose like half your HP at the start. It's already harder. So there is similar games that you might like better, but this one is not bad. You might like Binding of Isaac or Risk of Rain or Dungeon Souls or Enter the Gungeon better, but if you like those games, this one would be a nice addition to your collection because it should be satisfying. It should be satisfying to at least grind all the upgrades, unlock some suits and play with them. So depending on your skill level, you might be able to beat it or not, but you will definitely dump like over not 100, over 10 hours in the game, right? At least 10 hours probably. I think I have like 10 hours. Let's see actually how much I have now. Yeah, 13 hours. At this point I have 13 hours, so that's quite substantial, I would say. That's actually I was playing it. Maybe I was idling a little bit because I had it open and I was distracted, but overall I was just grinding a lot. I was playing all the way to all the upgrades, so I actually thoroughly tested the game, at least the part that I was able to beat. Alright guys, so I'm gonna stop here. Does it get a recommendation? Yes, for the fans of the genre it has a recommendation. The score is 7 out of 10. It's not the best game in the genre, but it's very solid. I would like to see it improved. Yeah, 7 out of 10. I guess it's 2 points above average, so it's kind of reflects what I think about it. it has some problems. It needs feedback. It needs maybe some balancing, some added features. Well, at least the resolution, right, from technical point of view. But I would like to have also difficulty settings. You can always give achievements for higher difficulty, right? So it would be nice if you could beat the game even if you are a casual. I wouldn't say I'm a casual, but I'm not a master of those games. And for me, it was very hard. So, you know, take it or leave it. You know, it's just my opinion. Um, I was able to progress a little bit in other games of this genre. I actually finished, for instance, Dungeon Souls without much problems. So, uh, yeah, this one's harder, I would say. But overall, it's a positive game. It was a nice experience. But at this point, I'm done. Unless the game gets really changed and more stuff is added, and there's a lot of difficulty regulations and more stuff to play with and unlock, then I just hit a wall at this point. And I don't think I want to play just one and the same level 100 times until I eventually beat it, just to see this one suit. I would like to see it, but it's just way too frustrating to just keep hacking at it. I tried a couple of times, but it just beats me, especially if you get bad rolls on weapons, then there's just no way you can win. So yeah, it needs some feedback, I guess. Not from me, from many people. I'm just one person, so don't listen to me necessarily, but ask also other people for feedback, and maybe if the developer wants to change the game, it might cater to more audience, not to just elitist experts of this genre, because they would probably like it. They would like the challenge. They would beat it instantly. They would probably speedrun it or something. But I'm not that good. Still, I had fun. Alright guys, so that was Woodpunk. I hope it was substantial enough. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment. I'm fresh after playing it, so I probably will remember at least some stuff. And I would ask you to give feedback to developer, because this game, I think it could evolve into something slightly better. Maybe you don't agree with me, of course, but I just said what I thought, and I think more feedback would be better. Not from just one person or your own perspective, but from more people. So if you have some ideas about the game, some balancing changes, some other features you want, then drop them in the well, you can drop them in the comment, or you can drop them in the forum of the game on Steam. That would probably help the developer. I didn't even see any guide for now. So maybe after some guides are made, maybe people will find some way to actually beat specific enemies or use specific weapon. But yeah, we cannot choose the weapon. It's all, you know, it's all random. But yeah, it needs some community, I would say, community feedback and community to beat it, to show some gameplay, maybe some perfect runs, or just maybe it could evolve into something more digestible for worse players overall, because this is high skill game, I would say. Alright, that was Woodpunk 7 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the next review.